Good morning and welcome back to new session of Advanced Java Programming. In the last videos, we have seen what is exception and how we can handle the exceptions. Exceptions are basically of two types: checked exception and unchecked exceptions. Let us create a new project. We have also seen some running examples of exception handling. Let us give it an exception 3. Okay, so this way we can create a new project in NetBeans ID, and NetBeans ID give you some ready-made code. Let us divide it. Let us delete the comment section. Okay, so in the last video we have seen some examples of exception handling. We know exceptions are of two types: checked and unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions are checked at the compile time, and unchecked exceptions are basically runtime errors, but they are not checked at the compile time. So we have seen how to use try and catch to handle the exceptions. Now let us try something. Let us try some more examples. Let us create buffered reader. In this example, we'll try to read some string value from the keyboard. We'll use buffered reader. Input string reader and system.in. So this is one of the way to take input from the keyboard. Let us import the input stream reader also. Okay. See, I was talking about checked and unchecked exceptions. So we have seen the example of unchecked exception, that was arithmetic exception. In arithmetic exception, when we was trying to divide the number by 0, compiler was not forcing us to handle that critical code. But if now I try to read a string value from the keyboard, we can read the string using buffered reader object br dot read line. So now you can see it is giving some error. If I click on the error, then it is showing unreported exception. Input output exception must be caught or declared to be thrown. So this is what I was talking about. This is the critical statement, and Java is forcing us to take care of this line. So we have two options: either I can enclose this line inside try block, and then I can use catch IO exception. Right, this also need to be imported. So this is one way to handle, and if you do not want to handle this, then you can declare it by using the throws keyword. Throws IO exception. So if I use IO exception, if I declare the IO exception in this method body, then I need not to use the try block. And now you can see this line is not giving any error. So only checked exception can be declared using the throws keyword. Unchecked exceptions cannot be declared using the throws keyword. We can use the multiple catch statements. Suppose let us first remove this. Suppose try and catch IO exception. Suppose this try block can throw more than one type of exception, or perhaps you don't know what type of exception this try block can throw. Then you can use all the possible exception types with the catch block. In this situation, this will work as a switch case statement. Catch number commit exception catch and if still you are not clear, you are not sure what type of exception this can throw, then we can use the parent class of all exception, that is exception class. So this exception class can catch all type of exception. So this must be written after all the catch statements. Otherwise, if we write this statement here after the try block, then it will at this place catch all the different type of exceptions, and there will be no use of the remaining catch blocks. So you should use the exception class at the end of all the catches. So we have seen what is the use of try block, catch block, throws keyword. Throws keyword is used to declare the exception. It is actually used to declare the checked exception. Then we can also use the finally keyword. Finally block is used to run the code. Means finally block will definitely be run whether there is any exception in the code or not. This code will definitely run. So let us write system. Let us print some statement. Inside finally block. So if I run it, so Here it is waiting for some input. I have given a string, and then finally block executes inside finally block. So this is how we can use the try block, catch block, finally block, and throws keyword. In the next video we'll see the use of throw keyword. We'll see some examples of throw keyword to create the user defined exception. So goodbye for now. See you in the next video. Thank you.